When I walked into her house in New York had already been featured in 4 magazines that I didn't even know. And you saw this woman on this stage with this all black big suit on, just about to fall off of her, hollering, "Say yes." Preaching, holding song. And I was, I knew that the Lord had already spoke to me about her life, about who she was and what I was supposed to cover. But all of this Christness. And I programmed this navigation system to get to her house, and I thought I was lost. Because I pulled up, and her house was so unassuming from the outside. I said, this could not be Prophetess Bynum's house. Not after what I saw in the magazines. I said, well, I think it's the right address because it says you're here. I kept on driving around the block to make sure it had the right place. It came back, you're here. One more time, I took the navigation down the corner, coming around there, because, I did not want to knock on somebody else's door with flowers dressed like this. So I rang the doorbell. The door opened. This Italian woman came down and said, "Oh, I'm the housekeeper." I said, "Wait, wow, whoa." Actually, she was a person who helped design, and the house door opened. Now, from the outside, it didn't look like much, but a 2-car garage, 2-story, nice little house from the outside. But from when I was looking for this great, awesome, full house, huge. But when I walked in, I noticed as I stepped on the marble floor, I saw the hardwood contrast, and looked up at a series of paintings that went from one side up the steps in 3 different layers. Turned my head to the corner and saw a distinct polish of old vintage antiques. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a fireplace lit with about 7 candles arrayed over there in the living room. And I smelt this aroma coming down the hallway of a mixture of special spices and oils and elements. I was dumbfounded by them. And then here comes the woman I've never seen, dressed in a St. John pants outfit with high heels, her hair pulled out of the bun and curled and laying around her perfectly made face of Cleopatra the Beautiful. My heart stopped. And I asked the question within, "Lord, am I worthy?" And so all of a sudden, she came down and she said, "Well, let me give you a tour of the house." And we walked into the living room where I saw the fireplace there and the candles still raged. And I saw her with the vintage 1947, 1950, all classic antiques with a harp right in there. Over $2 million worth of furniture was arrayed in her house. Went up into her bedroom and saw this queen bed in the corner turned with a valance hanging from the ceiling, covering it. About 62 pillows all around it. Nice little chaise chair. A nice cover over on that side, swatched over another one. A large armoire sitting with all the decoratives. Private entrance into another area showing down with pictures over the wall, gleaming at an $89,000 frame of an image that beholds elegance. And I asked again, "Am I worthy?" While we walked from room to room, the candles changed scent. The lights and flames had different auras. Some were tall, some were just dim, some were medium temperature. And then, about the 3rd time, I asked the Lord a simple question: why am I worthy? Because what I thought about the woman who I already heard from God, because I prayed for weeks and months about it, I saw a part of her that scared me because I didn't know if I was worthy enough, and I struggled because everybody around me that heard I was dating her made this image that I didn't see. And I'm going to help some of you. You want to know when you get the right one? Is when you can see stuff that other people don't see. That makes you hold on to that person in spite of who's telling you it ain't worth it. She was being told the same thing. He's a pastor who doesn't have a lot of members. Why didn't you marry this man that has a couple of thousand members over here? You could have married this person over there. Why are you going to deduce yourself to just marry this guy over it? As she looked way beyond what they were seeing, because you want to know something? God had to take me down to zero so that he could hide me as nothing. He had to take me down to zero so he could put me away in the corner and not make me an attraction to nothing special.